Hi Louise, welcome to Let's Talk Tech.
Thank you.
And it's lovely to be on Carrier Boat during Data Cloud today to get to meet you. Your unconventional path into the industry, which I find fascinating. Football, 15 years in retail, and now critical infrastructure.
Yeah.
Most people looking at that CV wouldn't see a natural through line. What did those environments that you come from give you that the conventional infrastructure career couldn't have?
Yeah, coming from different industries, but I mean it's all a question about opportunities. Indeed. So I think the life is about opportunities, and you need to recognize the opportunities. So maybe think out of the box at some point, and just make sure that you can take it. I was coming from retail, so to go to the football industry, thanks to Toshiba, who was one of my customers, right? That's what I told you. And indeed, it was a good path for me to change professional life, and it was again the same kind of opportunities that came also when I joined Career. Because then I was working for the football industry, and I had also again the opportunity to in Career to try to push a sponsorship. But at the end of the day, we came to discuss about what could make the difference, discuss about their business model, what their expectations were about the market, I would say, and bringing maybe new ideas as you're thinking of the box. So maybe something different about that.
So you think you brought freshness of thinking, a new perspective, and maybe a different way to do things?
Different way to do things, different way to think. It's probably related to a different professional life, I would say. And maybe the fact about, I would say, being a woman. Probably a question of emotional intelligence, maybe, that we've got in a different way. And I think that's really key in the day-to-day communication, empathy, if I will say, listening. Because obviously, when you don't come from industry, something's totally different, you need to learn everything. So then you need to listen, you need to understand, you need to connect the dots, and to adapt, to be agile. Because at the end of the day, it's all a question about people. People is really at the center of everything. It's at the center of business, So I think it's probably listening and then at the end empathy.
So what was the steepest learning curve in terms of, you said you had to learn about the industry?
Yeah.
Did it take 1 year, 2 years, more, ongoing?
I will say probably a bit longer, to be honest, because mechanical is it's quite complex industry, right? And you're working obviously with lots of engineers. So it's difficult at some point to getting the trust.
So leading from instinct in a highly technical, male-dominated industry, what do your male colleagues think about you leading by instinct?
I think it will be a good question for them then.
I don't know. How can you apply instinct in an industry that's so extremely technical?
It's difficult to explain because I think instinct is going with feeling with people. And just try again. It's about listening, understanding, and the feeling you will have with the different people. And you see the colleagues, or the different partners, also the customer, will just take the time to discuss and to explain what they want, the expectation, and just not arriving like a bit arrogant and thinking, okay, if you don't know, then you need to leave the industry or because you're not an expert. No, but it can happen at some point. So I think when you are just arriving in this kind of industry and starting from scratch again, you don't know anything in terms of mechanical things and thermal management and so on, you see quite rapidly who can help and support and the others. So again, it's about feeding people. I've got lots of energy, right? And I am who I am, right? So, I mean, with customers, I do behave in the same way. Even though I do speak with the global procurement director sitting in US and deciding of a few $1 million, I will behave exactly in the same way as with someone, with a different position in the organization. And at some point, I think it's kind of a test because you quite easily see how the other one is reacting to that. So that's what, that's for me. That's what is kind of instinct, because then you can decide a bit more how to approach a different personality, I would say. Yes, talent is really important because obviously, we are all shifting. I would say that the go-to-market in Europe, especially, used to be completely different than in US historically. And we've got this procurement approach that we call OFCI, Order Formation Contractor Install, and it was, it's coming from US. Again, I will say that it did arrive maybe in 2020 after the COVID in Europe, and it was really transferred to a speed program. But it has created another issue, which is like the execution challenge. Well, it's not really a challenge at some point, but it's just that it's shifting a bit the responsibilities when you are taking big projects. Okay, so it means that suppliers such as Carrier, but it's the case, of course, of other suppliers in the industry, they had to be agile and to make their organization a bit evolving to match the expectation on the market. So what does it mean? It means that we had to create a new position in our organization. More about, again, execution, so it's a lot about local, I would say, execution team. So reinforce our local teams, make sure that they are trained enough about our solution, and again, create a new role. So when I'm thinking new role, is for instance project management capabilities. It was not especially historically part of our organization, right? We've got also lots of dedicated service technicians, commissioning abilities, and flying commissioning experts. All this kind of position, it's still quite new, I would say, for Europe, and it's really to match the need on the market. So, of course, when I'm saying that, you understand that execution goes directly with people, and indeed, people, it means also making sure that we can recruit the right talent at the end, making sure that we've got the right skilled people. So it's becoming really a critical topic in the industry.
What is, in terms of the talent pool, what skills or background you're looking at, and what roles are now available and in need to be filled?
We are not any longer product manufacturer. We are really like an end-to-end solution provider. We need all the position because, coming back on the boom on the market regarding the demand in data center, obviously, yes, we need to reinforce our sales position, pre-sales position, I would say, top engineer, top qualified engineer as well. But more important again, for me, it's really execution. Execution, I'm still convinced that it is what makes really the difference because in mission critical environment, I would say that delivery is expected. You are expected to deliver a product on site. But what can really make the difference is how you do deliver it. What is your ability to be responsive and to make sure that you've got the right expert to fix the issue on time. Because it's all about time. Time to market, making sure that we are not missing the deadline, and there is lots of pressure on site.
We've seen acceleration in this industry, and I wondered what the timeline started to look like from where you're sitting. Have they been condensed to the point that they've become difficult to meet, or are you able to meet the new deadlines?
Timelines are still okay, I would say, but it's more about the design by itself. Because design are moving a lot, right? Because obviously it's dependent on the tenant of the building, right? And that's what makes things difficult because I think then we've got at Carrier we've got the strength to have like huge production facilities with huge production capacity. So at the end of the day, timeline we always find a way to meet it, right? But to launch the production, we need to have a design freeze. And that's where sometimes we are, let's say, maybe, losing some time. Lots of discussion going forth, so it's more a question of design and being involved in the project early stage to make sure that we can go fast. So I'm based in our European HQ, which is located in France, but obviously, yes, I'm traveling all around Europe, to be close to our team first, because I'm managing also the data center sales directors in the different countries. But more important, of course, to be close to our customers. And they are located everywhere, not only in Europe, because we're also working with global customers, but I'm also coordinating a lot with our global strategic account department based in US.
What are your customers' needs right now?
Technology to support again where they need to go to make sure that they are themselves attractive for new tenants, right? And they need to have people able to support in terms of execution again. So that's really what they are requesting, to have like the end-to-end delivery life cycle, making sure that we can manage and support them.
The people building and selling the infrastructure that enables AI are in many cases deeply uncertain about what AI deployment means, right? For their own roles and for organizations. So, have you observed the anxiety up close?
Everybody is talking in the industry about AI, indeed. Concerned about, at some point, its deployment, its potential, and also all the technical challenges and limitations that comes with it, right? And you were talking about paradox, and that's true. Because I believe again that the AI will shape the future for sure, but at the end, people remains at the center of the transformation. Because as we said, we did discuss about that. It's a lot about execution, and execution, it's people, right? So I think what is really key is to make sure that we've got the right people trained, well trained about the solution, and being able to be everywhere across Europe. To make sure that the deployment are going perfectly, because the technology by itself, I would say that it's all about innovation, and big industries such as Carrier, we've got the investment and an R&D roadmap that is supporting this AI expectations.
Do you have any signal to send to women about joining?
Well, I would say just take the opportunity, maybe audacity, so just try to, you can be curious, you can try. There is many open position, right? And there is clearly lots of position for women as well, for the different reasons that we did discuss today. So thanks a lot for that. And we wish that we would have more women also at some leading position, because that's really key and essential for the future. So just try, and you will find your way.